It's not going to be easy. It's going to be fucking hard.
Alrighty, boys and girls, good morning. How are we doing, chat? Happy Monday. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Come on in, the water's fine. Hit the like button for your boy if you can find it in the wells of your heart, boys and girls, to hit the like button for me. Please hit the like button. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Happy Monday. TGIM, guys. Welcome in. Good morning, everybody. What's up, Nika? Good morning, Melda, Kookie, Crypto, Surfer, Eric, good morning. Connor, Edward, Hindsight King, Hassan, Lev Trades, Cole, what's up, man? JP, David, good morning, everybody. Good morning, guys. Hopefully, everything's good. Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. Everything looks like it is working A-okay on my end, at least. But let's go ahead and jump into the charts. We got 1 minute here until market opens up. So, real quick, couple things to cover. So no news today other than the fact that, as many of you have probably noticed by now, we have gotten an absolutely ginormous pump, apparently off of a statement Trump made early this morning saying that the Iranian war could be over soon. They're postponing any military strikes against Iranian power plants. You guys can let me know if there's any other headlines that pop up throughout the course of this morning that could cause some back and forth or some impulsive moves. I saw Melda, I think you said in the chat, Iran already said no. So I haven't seen that one yet, but if you guys are wondering what caused the massive pump this morning, that is exactly what caused the pump. Apparently, news of the Iranian war potentially coming to a halt. Oh, we missed the opening bell. That's my bad, chat. That's my bad. There we go. There's opening bell. Iran said Trump is full of shit. Well, I kind of think that is probably the case as well. You know, it's crazy. Well, we can get into some deeper conversations about that, I guess, here later on. But I guess for now, let's do a quick deep dive into the market. Just when you guys thought maybe the barcode daily range would be over with, market said JK LOL, and now we're still. we're still daily barcoding, I guess. So, yeah, this actually might last all of 2026, chat. What started off as a sick, disgusting joke is becoming a reality right now. So you boys better buckle up. That's all I got to tell you. Real quick, I do want to just point out, I have this level marked out. If you go to the quarterly chart, which is the 3-month chart. So I just marked out this gap fill. This 3-month quarterly gap is what we've traded down into over the course of obviously like the last week, and then obviously open lower, and we see price move up this morning from this gap. But I marked out this level here. Now I just marked it out as kind of a just so we could keep an eye on it once price gets down to that level, you know, for any sort of like a potential rebalance and then a bounce, maybe a little relief rally, something like that. Didn't quite get there, obviously, as of right now. This morning, we've taken out with that pump above all of these short-term internal highs. If you're framing this up from a perspective of premium and discount, just going from the high here to the low, you know, we've retraced now back to OTE of this range. And we see price literally starting to reject already off of this level. So is this just one big Judas candle to then manipulate and then continue lower? I kind of feel like that could be the case. We'll have to obviously wait and see what we want to do going into this week. But that is kind of my initial thought process. And that was my first initial instinct when I saw this candle this morning, was that this was just going to be, or going to end up being just a big manipulation. So that doesn't necessarily mean that I want to be like gun-ho over the top, extremely bearish and just only look for shorts if we don't see like good setups for short opportunities. But I think this is the bias that I'm going to be holding, at least for now. and kind of until proven otherwise. So let me know if you guys agree with that sentiment. If you guys agree, disagree, like that, don't like that, have different ideas. Some of you guys maybe are extremely bullish. I can't say that I am though. So we'll have to see how this all plays out. We'll drop down to the micros because that's what we're probably going to be trading. We got these levels marked out on E-mini though, so we'll keep an eye on all of that. All right, let's get moving and grooving here. Yeah, no SMTs at all either, so nothing to worry about there. Let's drop down to the 15. And here's what I will say as well. I was extremely close to taking the day off, seeing this big pump, just because I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't have like super high expectations after seeing this morning, just because I just feel like it's pretty likely now that we see just a range day, to be honest. Or at least for the early part of this morning, right? Like I could see this morning being like really choppy, really back and forth and accumulating. And then we see maybe price start to move either later today into tomorrow, but we'll see, man. I figured we might as well hop on live and just see what price wants to do. But obviously, yeah, crazy pre-market pump. And I would just say, you know, any setup that forms today, it might be worthwhile to be a little bit lower sized and just be a little bit more mindful of your risk today, chat. So that's all I can say. And may the ticks be ever in your favor if you put risk on today. All right. All right. I'm glad we're all on the same page. So we'll see what we want to do here, guys. But would like to see, if anything, maybe some bearishness. Like I said, I'm not going to force that envelope though if we don't want to give it. Yeah, but no SMTs, like I said. So it'd have been kind of a nice confirmation as far as the timing aspect goes if we could get a run above like the high that we printed from electronic trading hours, see it get ran out, and then maybe set up the short. I don't know. That would make a lot of sense to me, but we'll see what we want to do. We'll see what we want to do. Is this this isn't, why is this fucked up again? Oh no, it is the same price. Sorry. There's overlapping. So yeah, 830 and 930 open was basically almost the same level here on NASDAQ. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. How are we doing, chat? How was everybody's weekend? Good, great, fantastic. I'm good, Wolf Dubai. How are you? I'm doing well. Can't complain. But yeah, I definitely was thinking about taking the day off after seeing the pump, and I was just like, well, I'm already awake, so I might as well stream. I was gonna be on the charts anyway, just watching what happens. But yeah, there was definitely a part of me that was like, I should just go back to bed. You know. Don't let the market rip you a new cornhole. That's exactly right, Chet. Don't let the market rip you a new cornhole. You know what I mean? You already got one cornhole, and that's plenty enough, I would say. You don't need two. You don't need two. Don't be greedy. Watch us barcode this 20-point range. Well, this range, how big is this range right now? So, well, the overall range, this is obviously ridiculous. This is like, I was going to say like 1,000 points almost. Yeah. But then this range, I don't know, just from like the high here to the low that we currently have. Yeah, it's pretty, I mean, as expected, like still pretty volatile. That's why any trade that you do put on today is probably going to be lower size in terms of contracts, because stop losses are probably going to be pretty decent. I just made up that range. I kind of figured, Kookie, yeah. Wow, Kookie thought this was a 20-point range. LOL. Elias says, hello, just joined, thinking of fading the day. What are you thinking of doing? Yeah, Elias, we kind of went over it already, but I'm also a little bit more bearish, if anything, just due to, I kind of view this as a Judas and a manipulation. And we've traded up into OTE of this higher time frame range. And we're already seeing price reject after taking out these internal highs. So yeah, I lean more bearish. It's just going to be a matter of when, not if, in my opinion. You know, I'm not so convinced that we'll see this like clean sell-off this morning, but I could be wrong. So that's really what it's going to come down to is timing. You know what I mean? Look at the M1. I'm good, bro. I was talking to, I don't know if Tyler Jacobs is in the chat listening. I was texting one of the mods this morning, and he was like, "So what are we gonna do, bro?" And I was like, "Probably get click happy on the 1 minute chart." And then he said, "I like the way you think." But yeah, no, I think the 1 minute chart probably can F off. I want to see some, like, it's, you know what I mean? Like when you get this, especially big moves like this, it's like you really want to see some like slightly higher time frame structural shifts before you start getting like too gun ho, I think. But that's the responsible answer. The exciting degen answer is, if you go above the 1 minute chart, you might not be a man. What's up, 10 Trades? What's up, Tyler? I was on a different account Friday, so you wouldn't have known it was me. Well, 10 Trades. What is up with you guys having multiple accounts? What's up with that? Do you guys have... I have a theory, though. I think the theory is that you guys have multiple YouTube accounts because you guys try to scam giveaways. Is that what's going on? You guys try to get like multiple entries on all your YouTube accounts? What's going on, chat? Otherwise, what's the purpose of having all these random YouTube accounts? Why the big candle? Israel went long. It is all fractal, womanizer. That is true. You're not wrong. We caught him, Connor. We got him. We fucking got him. Yeah. Oh, I guess I didn't even check the poll. Where are we at here? 43% bullish, 32% bearish, and 25% sideways. Yeah, let me know in the chat, guys. What's your guys' approach today after seeing the big pump this morning? How many of you guys are still looking to engage? How many of you guys are already decided, like, no, I'm not trading today, I'm just tape reading? Like, let me know what you guys, what's the consensus in the chat? What's everybody doing today? Cookie's here for me. Thanks, Cookie. You know what, Cookie, do you want to be a mod in the Discord or no? Just figured I'd ask. What's up, Devin? Trump is kissing Jewish arsh. Yeah, what else is new? All right, here's my cynical viewpoint on, let's say Trump saying that they're going to postpone any strikes. Like, this could be a lie, by the way, boys and girls. This could be a complete lie. He could be saying that they're going to postpone strikes as a way to, like, try to fool Iran, and then he strikes them anyway. Like, he's already done stuff like this. So it could mean totally nothing. Or if he is serious, here's my cynical prediction. If there's any young kids in the room, you might want to have them leave now. All right, is this a safe space? Adults only? Okay. My cynical prediction is, if he is serious and he does look to put an end to it, I think there will be a false flag attack like 9/11 that will catapult us into yet another drawn-out war in the Middle East. Thoughts? Moral of the story is this war is not over. That's my prediction. One way or another. One way or another, it ain't over. I mean, they're just about to get our tax dollars, chat. That ain't over. This shit's just getting started. Womanizer, what did you expect? What did you expect, Womanizer? In LA? Maybe a certain, like, US Bank Tower or something, perhaps? I don't know. Just a guess. But maybe that's also too easy. It's too obvious. Israel has no stop loss. That's actually true. They are the market maker. Oh, they don't need a stop loss. Looking for higher price. I'm with you for like wanting to see a higher price move earlier on. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all. I'm a little bit more bearish, more so on the higher time frames. However, I would absolutely love to see another move up and maybe even another move above this high that was printed. But before that sell-off like really sets up, but we'll just have to see here. So yeah, I don't hate that. But as we said earlier, I'm not like really super duper confident in what this wants to do at all, like right off this big pump, you know what I mean? So I can't say that I have extreme confidence one way or the other for right now until we get more information. As much as I'd love to say that I know exactly what's going to happen, I'm not too sure. Maybe they're coming for me. Maybe they are. I'm ready. I'm ready for them to come knocking at my door. Twicko tweet. Oh no, it's the cops. I think you are a sleeper agent and you activate on the word unfair value gap. So you will fly straight into Burj Khalifa. You caught me. The Trump Tower? Nah, maybe. I guess anything's possible. ICT's post before the pump higher? I didn't see his post. I don't think much about his posts anymore, if I'm being honest. But I don't think much about a lot of people's posts on social media. Dude, I literally, honestly, I think it's actually crazy. I just think, do you guys ever scroll X? Do you guys ever scroll, not even X, I guess just all social media. Do you guys ever just scroll social media and the only thing that comes to mind is like, every 90% of everything you see on social media at this point is like a flat out lie for rage bait. Like, what are we doing? Like literally everything is just like engagement farming, rage baiting, beefing. I don't know. Like, what the hell is it? It's like literally 90% of anything you see now. It's like everyone's just cortisol spiking everyone else for likes and views. You know what? I might have to start doing that. Oh, rage baiting is an art. Rage baiting is an art. I might have to jump on board. I gotta dust off the rage bait and get it going. How do I start rage baiting people better? Yeah, I know Z trades. It's crazy. Everything to grab and occupy your attention. Well, that's just it. Yeah. It's literally everything's a war for your attention. And literally the thing that gets the most attention for some reason is like intentional rage baits. Crazy. Oh. Peace out, Caden, man. Peace out. Tyler, that is two-faced. You just said cortisol spiked. You looked like... See, that's the thing. Listen, if you can't beat him, join him. You know what I mean at this point? Like, geez. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Guess I just got to play the game. Shit, man. And that's why we trade ICT concepts, chat, is because we, all of us in here, every single one of you in here, there isn't a single one of you in this chat that doesn't trade ICT concepts because we want to trade like the banks. We know where the market is going to go because it was algorithmically coded and planned ahead of time. And all we're doing is decoding it because we trade like the banks. Right? Come on, Felix. Just admit it. Just admit it, Felix. Quit fighting it. This is what I feel is about to happen. 1 hour open manipulate into FEG. 1 hour open manipulate into FEG. Then we get 5 minutes CISD or IFEG. Target the highs. I don't hate it. Ashley. Hey, Ashley. You're wrong. Okay? Ashley. Cut the shit. This is a cult. You may have stumbled upon this live stream. You may have wandered here by accident. But it's too late now. It's too late. You're one of us. Ready, chat? Google gobble, one of us. We accept her, one of us. Google gobble, one of us. We accept her, one of us. Google gobble, one of us. Ah. No, Wolf of Wall Street reference. Wolf of Wall Street reference. Not a Finding Nemo reference. Although Finding Nemo is also a classic. Sometimes trading in this market can make a lot of us feel like Dory. You guys know what I'm talking about? You trade Silver Bullet? Well, yeah, that used to be a lot of us, Ashley, and then the 10 a.m. candle became, in a lot of cases, the worst candle to trade recently. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Silver Bullet Hour became, I want to eat a Silver Bullet Hour. Drake candle, where? This does look like it does want to start spooling probably towards this internal high and this high here. Like I said, I just don't really have a lot of confidence in much. Yeah, it's been better than the AM, that's for sure. Sugar Dandy for the most part. I have more than 5, Elias. Fun fact. Long off nothing. Yeah, well, that's pretty much it, right? Like we didn't even get down to like this hourly gap on any asset, right? We didn't tap it on Dow Jones, we didn't tap it on ES, didn't tap it on NQ. Like there's really nothing that's sponsoring this move up, so it's kind of more so just a move of hopes and dreams, in my opinion, if you were to take this. But hey, listen, every once in a while, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. I'm not going to dispute that. Sometimes it is better to be lucky than to be good. Right? Sometimes it's the same thing. That's okay. Oh, come on, Felix. Don't you dare be misogynistic in this chat, Felix. Come on, man. There's women in here. They go through a lot. I've just been racking my brain. I've been trying to figure out how to stop period cramps. You don't know what they go through, Felix. He says he hates the internet right now. He says they're full of less than desirable females showing their body all over the place for people catching every 2K point move like they can predict where the market should go all the time. Oh, Felix, don't get rage baited by him. That's what's happening. They're rage baiting you. I forgot to mention, chat. Unfortunately, my OnlyFans is no longer operable due to. Did you guys see that the owner of OnlyFans also passed away? Unless that was a fake headline on Twitter this morning, but yeah, I saw that as well. Oh, what's going on, chat? There goes that income stream. Son of a bitch. Man. Yeah, I know, Felix. The problem is, listen, I totally understand the frustration, but like, unfortunately, us complaining about it won't solve anything. Oh. You know, maybe if the current Christian culture had a little bit more Muslim in it, we actually would be better off. You guys know what I mean? You guys ever think about that? Feels like the modern day Christianity has gotten really lukewarm. I'm becoming more of a far right extremist every single day. Oh God. So what does this mean? I get months sub free refunded back to me? No, Kev, that's the thing is your subscription money was actually promised to me 3,000 years ago, so I'm gonna be keeping that. We do appreciate your contributions, and just know that it will be spent well. Islam is the only right religion for the world, to be honest. You shut your mouth. Haram. Yeah, we're just waiting, chat. There's not really anything here. Like I said, I think the long here is kind of a hopes and dreams trade, just because it's not really sponsored by anything. And the short wouldn't make sense either. Like, you could still frame both sides of this. Both sides are kind of hopes and dreams, and I would say, you know, it's like A or B, like whichever one happens first, you know. All right, so here's what I'm understanding. If I want to rage bait, see, I told you guys I was gonna practice my rage baiting, because we gotta get good at it. Apparently, if you're gonna compete in this internet era. So it turns out the rage baiting so far, if I bring up anything with politics, anything with religion, those are some pretty easy go-tos, it looks like so far. And then if you just say ICT concepts is like trading like the banks, also is good rage bait. Take note, chat. Take note. And the other part about rage baiting all the time is people don't even know if you're ever serious or not serious. Crazy. You're watching half asleep in bed? Well, get up, man. Put some clothes on, dude. There's women here. Jesus is Lord. Amen, Simple Trades. Cheers. Yeah, my pronouns are market maker. If I take the short, it will be more probable now to after it will my... What? I'm going to need you to add some grammar in there, 10 trades. Inside joke trading prosperity. Inside joke, I guess. You must not have been here this whole time. Your pronouns are full of shit. Pfft. ICT said that I know where the market wants to go because I trade ICT concepts. So you're wrong. I think Nagari might actually be Jewish. But he was trying to convert us all to Islam earlier. Gold got to 4,100. It's crazy. Yeah, what I saw gold crash earlier, like was that last night? I don't know what it did this morning. Rallying up again. Holy shit. I didn't realize the all-time high on gold was 5,600. What the hell? Here's the 1 minute chart. See what I mean? Like, this is just messy, dude. Just internal range. Well, in other news, my March Madness bracket is totally busted. Absolutely in shambles. So much for that. What a scam. 11 minutes ago, over $900 billion added to the U.S. stock market at open. Are they sure that wasn't pre-market? 900 billion added at open? I don't think that's quite fully accurate, but unless open is magically 7 a.m. No. Last year, this time it was ugly. I'm staying out. Maybe burn some Apex accounts. You know, Nika, I like the cut of your jib. Last year, this time, God, I'm trying to remember last year, this time. Should we take a look back? All I remember is when we were at all-time highs, it was a pain in the ass. For whatever reason, I feel like March and April got a lot better, though. Like February, I remember being tough. Last year. Where the hell was that? Let's go full here. Yeah, so like this was the current all-time high at the time, 2025, all the way into February. And then you guys remember, obviously this would have been like just before like tariffs. So we got a sell-off and we finally left. Funny enough though, like it doesn't matter if we're going up or down. Like as long as we're moving in clean directions, it's just usually a lot easier to form bias and higher conviction plays. And then obviously here's March, right? So we get into March. March was kind of a doozy. So yeah, this was March 2025 from the daily chart, right? And then right at the end of March, we start to sell off again. And then April was right when, I think it was April 2nd when tariffs started or were implemented, because Trump didn't want to implement them on April 1st because it was April Fool's Day. So April 2nd, they technically went into effect, and then we just saw multiple limit down days, and then a big rally, like right down here. He's like, now's a good time to buy. And then that was literally the bottom. Yeah, what do you guys see when you look at this weekly and this monthly? We still keep in mind, boys and girls, like feel like one level that we've all been waiting on for a long time at this point is like this rebalance right here. Unfilled gaps on the monthly. Discount of the range is like 22,000. I mean, you can't lie. It does look like this thing is just hanging on. It's just like waiting for the floor to drop out. You know, so like what's gonna cause that big spike down? What's gonna cause that big fast retracement down? Like last year it was the tariffs. Really, I mean, tariffs was kind of the main thing that drove that sell-off last year. And what's gonna be enough to be the catalyst to bring this back down to, you know, discounted levels? Some of us thought it was going to be when the war with Iran started. You know, is it going to be, like I said earlier, like that potential false flag, you know, event that might happen, black swan event that brings us down? I don't know. But it's going to take something probably to generate that move, to be honest, at this point. So what does that mean? That means we're probably not going to catch it. Oh yeah, I forgot. A dump till April. This thing might just range. This thing might just range until May at this point. Pick a direction, trade it, flip a coin. I can't even, like, gun to my head, I couldn't even tell you, honestly. Like, this would be the actual definition of a coin flip. You can do it this, or you can do it that. Yeah, I genuinely don't know. I couldn't even, like, gun to my head, I couldn't even. I just wonder if there's more buyers or sellers right now, just overall in the market. And either way, it might not matter all too much, just because if we accumulate here, all we're doing is just generating liquidity on both sides. You know what I mean? Like, and it can do that for as long as it wants. And then raid both sides, so. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Not to be cynical, or I'm definitely not hoping for like a false flag event. I'm not hoping for any sort of like terrorist attack. I'm not hoping for anything like that. But it's just like, you know, let's take emotion out of it. What is the most realistic thing to happen? And just like all we can really go off of is history, you know, and what's already happened, what's happened in the past. I mean, what do you guys think? How do you guys feel this all plays out when it comes to the war with Iran? Where do you see this going? Like, realistically. I want to hear from you guys. You guys have heard from me on this. What does the people think? Good morning, Debbie. Debbie, are you just showing up now? Debbie must already be in Vietnam. It's trying to tear us all over again. I think Israel is already too deep in it, no way back. I don't know, first time trading through the war. Connor says he thinks he should be in charge of the market. So none of you guys are giving me like opinions on the war itself. Some of you guys are offering opinions on like the market. I was looking for more of like your geopolitical opinion on what you think actually happens. I'll recap my prediction. Like I said earlier, it was a cynical prediction. But if I'm just going off of like, for example, like how we got involved with Iraq, right? If you guys remember, Israel and Bibi Netanyahu was trying to get us to go attack Iraq and go to war there far before 9/11 happened. There's actually like a famous recording of him where he was being interviewed, and this was before 9/11 happened. He literally said if the United States does not go to war in Iraq, then they will see the Twin Towers fall. And then, like, I forget how many weeks later, like, it happened. So, you know, if history repeats itself, and keep in mind, we were trying not to go to war back then, and then 9/11 happened, and then 9/11 was kind of like the, don't take this emotionally, the false flag that essentially propelled us into that war, and then obviously we've basically been at war in the Middle East ever since. So my cynical view is that, you know, either the statements from Trump this morning were just a complete lie to try to throw Iran off while they plan their next attack, or if he is serious, that means that there has to be some big catastrophic event to get the public behind the war. And what caused that last time? 9/11. You know what? Growing up, I never used to give a shit about history. Now it's like, maybe that's my sign that I am getting older. History's kind of interesting, but only because I feel like we've been lied to about most of it. But son of a gun. Losing war. They're all losing wars. World War III and everyone dies? Damn. I guess my view is not as cynical. I'm not that far off the deep end yet, but partially because if we get to that point, like, well, I guess we have nothing else to worry about then, so that's game over. Hyperinflation with fuel, electricity, and food. Nukes dropping soon. Yeah, I'm not convinced that we'll see nuclear warfare, to be honest. If we do see nuclear warfare, like, yeah, we're all fucked. 5 billion dead by 2028. Damn, G77. But he's calling for the end of the world, basically. Yeah, I'm not that far gone yet, but I think it's all planned, strategic to everything the elites are trying to do to keep us down, waking up, false flag shit to scare the population, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. Not good idea to trade today. Thoughts? Yeah, day trader Wayne, I was very close to just sleeping in this morning and taking the day off. And not streaming, but I was already awake, and I was like, well, I'm going to be on charts anyway, just watching what happens. So I figured we might as well stream and chit chat. But yeah, I kind of opened the stream by saying that the expectation was very low today, and just be very, very careful if you do decide to trade. Maybe use lighter size if you do trade. So, so far this morning, like, this is exactly what we kind of envisioned happening, which was just because of this big pre-market pump that we would likely see price just go into an accumulation phase for who knows how long. So that's why I just said I wasn't too gung-ho on forcing it either direction this morning, because I just think we need to wait for more information at this point. But it's still good to get on here, talk about the worldly events, talk about the markets, see how price wants to move. If anything, guys, this is good. Like, even if you don't take a trade in this, it is still good experience, right? Like, just because you don't put trades on, even if you end up missing moves, like, it's still good to be on here. You're getting just market experience. It's never a bad thing, you know? So it's all part of what builds the trader, right? You know, a trader isn't built by TPs and stop losses. Write that down. Sorry, guys. I'm getting caught up on the chat here. From an agnostic perspective, this war seems like a fight between religions trying to recreate their prophecies and end days. Yeah, I mean, people have been fighting over religion since the beginning of time. A little bit. Top it off, alien invasion. Alien invasion? Oh, aliens are definitely real, chat. Come on. Are they? Aliens got to be real, no? I mean, the universe is just too vast and infinite for there not to be. Like, there's probably a whole nother Earth somewhere with humans just like us on it. You think or no? Oh, maybe. Infinite possibilities sure seems like a strong probability. I think a lot of countries like to talk about nukes. None of them truly want to use them. Yeah, no. Well, I think everybody understands that once nukes are fired, like, it's just a point of no return. You know what I mean? It's basically the apocalypse. You know what concerns me about the whole nuclear ordeal? It's just like, I hate to keep bringing it up. I hate to keep being like, Israel this, Israel that. But it's like, they're not in the peace treaty, right? They're not in the, somebody help me out here. What's that treaty that every single country with nuclear weapons is a part of? Israel is not. Israel has never even admitted to having nukes, even though they definitely do. And have you guys ever heard of like the Greater Israel Project, where it's like the reason that we've been at war with the Middle East in all these Middle Eastern countries, all of the countries surrounding and bordering Israel for so long, is they want all these regimes to be overthrown so they're weak and that Israel can essentially overtake them, and they become the superpower of the Middle East. And once they become the superpower of the Middle East, they don't even need the United States anymore. And if they got nukes that are basically, you could almost say unaccounted for. And then what's the, is that the Hannibal, what is that called? The Hannibal Directive, or is that something else? What is that? I forget what it's called. This is crazy. You can go into like so many, like, this is like such a rabbit hole, but. Or I think that might have been something else. Oh, this was, oh, okay. So, yeah, so this is what, yeah, the Hannibal Directive was something else. What's that called? The Samson option, that's what it is. The Samson option. So yeah, basically the Samson option states that Israel, as a last resort, if Israel is about to fall, or if Israel is under threat of being destroyed, the Samson option says they will nuke the entire world so that everybody falls with them. But I thought you didn't have nukes. Crazy. You getting banned, Unk? Why? I didn't say anything bad. You could Google that. You can Google Samson option. You can Google Hannibal directive. I think it'll be all right. What am I using hate speech because I'm talking about factual things? Fighting over religions, yes, but find the lost scrolls. And now to find out, everyone been lied to about Jesus' teachings, the actual world, as he said, control, money, evil. What? You kind of lost me at lost scrolls. Debbie, I'm not gonna lie, you lost me at lost scrolls. What is this? Assassin's Creed? What trader has made the most money from the war? What trader has made the most money from the war? Tell me. I know there's obviously a lot of military contracts and different things, like a lot of people trading, you know, I don't know, were you going to say Nancy Pelosi or something? Trump's son. Oh, yeah, Barron Trump. Oh, they've been doing some insider trading for sure. Yeah, what did they hasn't Barron Trump made like tens and tens of millions of dollars so far since they've been in office? Just off of like crypto pumps and dumps alone. Crazy. Have I ever wondered if nuclear weapons are real or just an illusion created for power? I mean, I think they're real. We've seen them used before, you know. I mean, we nuked Hiroshima. And we've seen, well, I guess unless all that footage is fake too. I mean, I wasn't there, so I guess I didn't see it with my own eyes. But I think they're real, but would I rule out what you're suggesting? Nah. I wouldn't rule out anything at this point. I literally think we've just been lied to and gaslit for so long that can you really take anything off the table at this point? Just imagine being like a boomer that's like, they just get all their news from like Fox News and they just like whatever that says is, whatever Fox News says is like the truth. You know what I mean? Boomers, man. Ignorance is bliss, huh? What the hell? Not all of you. Not all of you boomers. Hey, don't be offended. Don't be offended. Just a lot of the boomer generation. That's all I'm saying. Not every one of you. Relax. I don't want no beef. I don't want no beef. Sure, go for it, Debbie. Yeah. Some of you guys sounds like you might be in longs right now. It looks like she's headed there for now. What is it? 10:22. Imagine that we hear now that he bombed Iran. Well, that's it. Like, that'd be just about right. So, what age range is the boomer generation? That's a good question. I guess where does it start? So, ooh, really? Okay, so it says baby boomers are individuals that were born between 1946 and 1964. So you're telling me millennials, anyone that's like 60 years old right now is a millennial? Technically? I view millennials as like 80s and 90s babies. But according to Google, that's not probably accurate. Elias said starts from the 70s. Yeah, the millennial generation. Let's get these generations straight, shall we? All right. So we got baby boomers from 46 to 64. Baby boomers from 46 to 64. We got Gen X, 65 to 80. And then millennials is 81 to 96. Oh, so I was right. 80s and 90s. And then Gen Z, Zoomers, 97 to 2010. Generation Alpha. Dude, I want to be Generation Sigma. Maybe in the next life. Generation Beta. It sucks to be those guys. Damn. They really drew the short stick on that one, huh? Dang, my baby a beta. I posted a video in the general chat, Discord. Watch it. Let me know what you think. Oh, God. Should I watch it now or later? America first? Yeah, probably later, huh? Crazy, the 5-minute inversion worked for longs. Can't wait to open Instagram and see people saying, if you didn't take this, dude, it's Elias. Yeah, you're referring to Dodgy. Dude, Dodgy is literally rage bait. He's literally the rage bait king, honestly. Like, the guy literally has mastered rage baiting. Don't fall for the tricks. Don't fall for it. Only fall for it if I rage bait you. But yeah. That sounds about right. Had 4 scenarios mapped out, and the market ignored every single one of them. Funny how that works. Yeah, that's crazy. Gen Alpha, Gen Beta. Is there ever going to be a Gen Sigma? What's after Beta? Yeah, what's after Beta? You know, if we make it that far. What generation is after Beta? Gamma? Starting in 2040? Generation Gamma? And then Delta? And then Epsilon? And then Zeta. Wow, what happened? No Sigma? Dude. Zeta, Eta. Whatever. I'm over it. Charizard is last. What's funny is I don't even know if you're being serious or joking or not. Let me guess. Right before Generation Charizard is Generation Pikachu. Sounds like a Pokemon. Yeah, why do I feel like that is becoming way more popular again? I see a lot of people like collecting Pokemon cards a lot more. Who in the chat collects Pokemon? Identify yourself. I will say, I don't collect Pokemon for the reference. I don't do that. I used to when I was a kid though. When I was a kid, I probably had a binder full of like just extremely valuable cards that I ended up probably just throwing away because I thought they were just pointless. Yeah, man, growing up. I mean, if you were a 90s baby, you grew up and you had a Game Boy, Pokemon on your Game Boy, dude. It was sick. Who played Pokemon on the Game Boy back in the day? I mean, that was peak. And then remember the Nintendo Wii came out? Dude, when the Nintendo Wii came out, oh, that changed the game. That changed the game. Kids these days won't understand. Hey, the Generation Alphas and the Generation Betas, they wouldn't get it, would they? No, they never will. That's too bad. Yeah, dude, I wish I could. Ah, man. I wish I would have just left that binder like in a, I don't know, like in my parents' attic or something, dude. I probably had something that was worth something in there. I mean, I literally had a whole binder, like a school binder full of like just a shit ton of Pokemon cards when I was like 8 years old. And then I think I got into high school and I just threw them away or something. I don't know. My girlfriend probably came over and was like, "Ew, you still have Pokemon cards?" And I was like, oh, she's so right. Burned them all up. That's when I knew. Women. You know what I mean? I'm just joking. I'm just teasing you. Oh. The hype only because of Logan? Maybe. Yeah, seems like a lot of people are doing it now. You played Pokemon on Femboys? Not on Femboys. Game Boys. Way cooler. Trust me. Unfortunately, Elias, yeah. Your boy was a sinner. Your boy was a sinner. But if ever, yeah, if everyone had kept their cards, they wouldn't be worth anything. That's true. I agree. Parents should have told us to save them and buy a house. Shit instead of. Yeah, those boomers really screwed us. Or I guess Gen Xers in some cases. Giving us advice like go to college, get good grades. Trust me, honey, you're gonna need those good grades. Get that GPA up. Hey, get that GPA up. You want to get into a good school? You want to get a good job, huh? You better get that GPA up. I'm telling you right now. Yeah. Oh, they'll finance you $100,000 for your student loans. You better take it. You better listen. You don't want to be a loser. You don't want to be a loser. You better take that. Yeah, you better get that degree. You better get that degree. That'll get you a good job. That'll get you a good job. You want to buy a house someday? You best listen to me, boy. You best listen. SATs? Yeah, we took ACTs. Yeah, we took ACTs. I'm trying to remember what I scored on it. Yeah, the SATs and the ACTs are totally different scoring systems, I think. I want to say... I think I scored like a 23 on mine. I don't know, something like that. I do remember my high school history teacher, Mr. Seidel. I vividly remember him one day sitting up there in front of the class, and he was like, "Raise your hand if you plan on going to college." You know, people raise their hand. Some people didn't raise their hand. And he goes, "All right, now raise your hand if you ever want to have a high-paying job." You know, people raise. You know, basically everybody raised their hand. And he goes, "All right, now for the people that didn't raise their hand about college, if you raised your hand about wanting to have a high-paying job, I'm just letting you know that if you don't go to college, your chances of having that high-paying job are very low." I remember him saying that. In hindsight, what a dumbass. But at the time, everybody's like, oh, he's right. What a scammer. Nice guy, but my goodness. He's feeling it must, yeah. He's probably like, use code Seidel when you apply for your student loans. Use code Bob for 2% off. What car do you drive? A 67 Chevy? A 67 Chevy? Is that a joke because you said 67? No, I don't drive a 67 Chevy. I did used to have a thing for muscle cars though. Now I'm kind of like, eh. Well, I'll listen, 10 trades. I just never know. You know, in this rage bait generation we live in, it's hard to tell sometimes. What time is it right now? 10:36. Yeah, chat. Looks like we're still just generating some liquidity here. I don't know if some of you guys are still holding the longs or not. I'm kind of thinking that this will maybe just retrace back into this range again, but I like girls with hairy armpits. All girls have hairy armpits. But no, I would prefer she shaved it. How did we get on this? I feel like we got a little far off topic here. How did we get to hairy armpits? Nika, can you believe this shit? Can someone call Trump and tell while we press short and tell him the new for Jesus? Yeah, I'm afraid only Barron can do that. Yo, guys, what's going on? Is Bibi Netanyahu alive or what? What are we thinking about that? Apparently he hasn't been seen in public in like over a week. You guys see all like the AI videos and stuff? What's going on? Is he alive or is he not? What are you guys thinking about that? He's alive? Are you sure? I will say the videos that were released, I did feel like those were AI. Oh my goodness. Damn, Debbie. Debbie, I kind of thought you had a thing for him, but I guess I was wrong. At least he was good friends with Chuck Norris. R.I.P. Chuck. Looks pretty alive in the last press conference from last weekend. So yeah, like over a week ago. Do you want to take any trade? Only talking. UI dead 25? Yeah, dude, we're definitely going to be taking a trade. Probably doing a bunch of giveaways too. If I were you, I definitely wouldn't leave. And if you haven't hit the like button yet, hit the like button because that's the only way we're going to unlock both scenarios. You got to hit the like button. We'll get to the trade and we'll get to the giveaways. It absolutely will increase the chances at least. He is live, bro. He was seen on site where Iran launched attacks and talked with media yesterday. Maybe he is. I don't know. I'm just asking. Maybe he is. Maybe he isn't. Oh, not the toaster bath, Nika. Nika, you're a mom now. Now you can't. No toaster baths anymore. Only toaster baths. You can only toaster bath pre-motherhood. You're in too deep now, Nika. Sorry. Why did you do I did an accent? Sorry. I don't know. It just comes out sometimes. 10 a.m. candle. Going to be another donut. Yep. Where's Ashley? Ashley was in here earlier talking about she only trades silver bullet hour or something, or only trades silver bullet. And yeah, we said 10 a.m. candle has been absolutely dog doo-doo all year so far for the most part. And here we are again, boys. Here we are again. Another 10 a.m. dud. Another 10 a.m. doji. That's all right, though. I don't think any of us are surprised. I mean, I feel like most of the chat, like if we do a poll, most people I'm guessing are flat on the day. The overall consensus was bullish, by the way. It was like 43% bullish. But yeah, let's see. I mean, I would imagine most people are flat on the day. Let me know, chat. Let me know. If you are green or red, let me know what you took. I feel like you could be... I mean, technically you could be green or red doing either or, I guess. Like, there's always a chance of that, but... I better see most of the chat flat or I'm gonna paddle some you-know-what. If you guys were naughty and you were sitting here just flailing away, pressing buttons... then someone needs a spanking, because that's naughty. Took buys on gold. I guess if you're trading other instruments, maybe. Let's see what gold did. Yeah, it did kind of just rally up after, let's see, this was the 7 a.m. So this was the pump from this morning. See, like, this is actually a little bit better structure to sponsor longs off of, though. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't get this. We put in this structural low on the indices, and we trade down into this gap. You can see that we generated equal lows on ES and NQ and Dow Jones that we didn't run out. The only thing would be we did still leave the hourly gap, but it did give a deeper retrace here. So like if you're just going off of like this low, this high, like we got to rebalance on this. Right. Could have been a decent setup here. This is all hindsight, but all hindsight, but there you go. Yeah. Just kidding. If you didn't take that trade, you're a donut. I definitely did, but I just don't feel like showing you executions. Oh, I actually saw Dodgy say that today. Isn't that crazy? He posted that big the big long tool down here, claiming that he caught this move and that if you didn't catch the move, you're a donut. And then someone said, "Prove it," and he said, "I don't feel like showing executions." Like it's just all rage bait, bro. It's just crazy. I might just have to start doing that. Like, it's just funny that someone like that who sells a service does shit like that. It's just weird to me. Like, imagine I did this. Imagine I post this. Imagine I post this long tool on Twitter, and I say, if you didn't take this trade, you're a donut. And then I sell you a Discord. And then if people ask for executions, I say, I just don't feel like posting them. Flip coin model in play. Yep. As we're coming back into the range here. So, I mean, I don't know, boys and girls. As expected, pretty much a dud session. I mean, we kind of expected that, though, after the pump this morning. Looks like most of the chat is flat on the day. 51% flat, 25% red, 24% green. So most of the chat is flat. So pretty good. But you know, don't feel like there's nothing to be learned or gained, or like you didn't progress at all today as a trader. I mean, it's still experience, and you know, you don't need to be putting trades on to learn. You learn just as much by sitting and just watching and doing nothing as well. So today was a good day for that. So hopefully you guys exercised some patience, man. But just a quick little recap before I let you guys go. Quick little recap as far as like what we could be up against going into like the rest of this week. So my thought process is that this pump up will ultimately end up being manipulation. Could I be wrong? I guess I could be wrong. But that's what I'm leaning toward right now. As we've traded back up into premium of the range, OTE of the range, we took out these internal highs here to the left. So what I would like to see would just be like maybe either later today or even like going into Tuesday, we do see price trickle up above this high, chop around, and then we see price start to turn back over. Like that would be ideal, I think, right? And then we still see price head for lower prices. So that is what I want to see going into the rest of this week. And, you know, if we get something totally different, then we'll have to reassess at that point. But that is what I am holding a slight bias for as of right now. But, yeah, real quick look ahead to the rest of the week. So we don't have really much news as far as red folder. We do have a PMI tomorrow at 9:45. And unemployment on Thursday. Otherwise, there's really nothing. And there's no earnings at all as well. But this is, yeah. So we're wrapping up the trading month of March. Not a ton of high impact stuff. Obviously, we'll have to keep our ears and eyes peeled for any sort of new developments with this, you know, Iran news. And if any other statements get made and force any more volatility into the markets. But, you know, as far as today goes, I would definitely lean more on the side of being cautious. Wait for us to do something, right? Don't try to like guess if we're going to continue higher or see a deeper sell-off first. I think it's just an easy way to get trapped, and it just feels like a guess either way. You know what I mean? So no reason to force it until we have more structure and more information to go off of. But hey, you guys do you. You guys do you, man. What's up, Mark? Good to see you, man. Drawdown 150K Lightning minus 3,000. How are you going to manage your risk? Down 3,000? Well, if you're on a 150K Lightning, your drawdown is like 6,000. So you still got plenty of margin to work with. I would just keep trading with your normal size risk. I mean, I don't know what your normal size risk is, but I don't know. I wouldn't panic or do anything like that. Just keep trading your system. Focus on taking good trades. Focus on risk and good setups. But I mean, that's kind of the one benefit of the 150K Lightning funded accounts is just the drawdown. You get that extra margin, so you have more breathing room. You know, so don't panic. Don't panic. That's one of the main benefits of spending that extra money is you get that extra margin. So take advantage of it. Take advantage. All right, boys and girls. Hey, I'm going to call it a day, or I'm going to call it a morning, I should say. I'll obviously keep my eyes on things and see. Probably going to set some alerts at these highs and just, you know, go about my day. And once they get triggered, come back and maybe see like PM session. Otherwise, you know, it's okay taking the day off as well. You know, don't feel like you got to force it just because the market's open and moving, you know. But I will be back live here tomorrow morning, guys, 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For some more live trading, boys and girls. Appreciate you guys being here. Like the stream before you hit the dusty trail if you would be ever so kind. I do appreciate it. And if you guys do want to get funded, code Tyler. Your support is always appreciated, chat. Appreciate you guys. Enjoy your Monday. Stay safe today. We'll be back live tomorrow morning. Peace and love, chat. Enjoy your guys' day.
Wake up early, coffee to my lips. Tyler trade streaming, giving us tips. The NASDAQ hustle riding up high. Charts on my playground, never ask you why. ICT moves, smart money flows. Precision like an arrow, yeah, that's how it goes. Stop loss is shaking, but I hold my ground. Payouts stacking while the beats pound. Tyler trades, yeah, he's calling the plays. Future's bright while the market sways. If you run it, we don't delay. Stack those wins every single day. Trend line snap, time to break the mold. Risk to reward, pure liquid gold. Liquidity grabs, making it rain. I'm in sync with Tyler, bringing the gain. Party lights, flashing charts on the screen. Profit targets hidden, living the dream. Man of the hour, Tyler takes the stage. ICT king, ruling the day trader age. Tyler trades, yeah, he's calling the plays. Future's bright while the market sways. If you run it, we don't delay. Stack those wins every single day. Trader age every single day. Trendline snap, time to break the mold. Risk to reward, pure liquid gold. Liquidity grabs, making it rain. I'm in sync with Tyler, bringing the gain. Party lights, flashing charts on the screen. Profit targets hidden, living the dream. Man of the hour, Tyler takes the stage. ICT king, ruling the day trader age. Party lights, flashing charts on the screen. Profit targets hidden, living the dream. Man of the hour, Tyler takes the stage. ICT king, ruling the day trader age.